Happy birthday, Gemini. I hope you're having a beautiful, blessed day today. We are talking about the full moon that we have coming up in Sagittarius in your house of relationships. The universe is challenging you right now. And how you face these challenges is who you are. And I know that this is, it's not like this like a heavy video that I feel like is about to happen, but I feel like it's so important for you to recognize that although it is your birthday, although you are the vibe, and this is, the grid is for Gemini rising, but this can also be watched by Gemini sun and Gemini moon, and how we're really going to be affected by the energies that are happening right now. But truly you're facing up to a challenge right now. You're definitely, the universe is testing you, but I want you to look at it kind of like, this is aging me, I'm 36. Remember Double Dare? Where it's like, I'll take the physical challenge. It's almost like you told the universe, I accept this challenge. We know that, the collection of stars and our astrological map, it was created the second that we came into physical form, and it will be the same chart the second we check out of physical form. And we knew the second that we were born that these energies would be overlaying our chart on this day at this time. So although we are going into an ascension, an awakening, a different energy that has more galactic tools to it, that's Pluto, although we will have access to much different technologies in the coming years, the math, history, and patterns within the astrology in this lens was contracted the second you were born. The second you were born. This is just my interpretation of it. So we have the sun over here in our first house of who you are in the beginning, the storefront window of my life. And I have the moon, the full moon, highlighting your house of relationships and in the important people. And although this would really be like a time that maybe other astrologers are like, kick them out, break up with them, do the things. You're being challenged in a way that is... that the people in your life, the seventh house, relationships, the important people, these are also adversaries. These are also open enemies. These are also legal issues. And legal doesn't have to be within the court system. It can just be I work with this person and I really don't want to be around them. And yeah. But how do you deal with that? How do you react? How do you react? We know that boundaries aren't there to change the other person. They're there to say, this is what I will deal with in my life and this is what I won't deal with in my life. We know as leaders, we can't always pick the people that we work with. So, hey, let's keep our work conversations to work business. We've discussed that before. I won't be entertaining that anymore. I won't be entertaining that. We've discussed that behavior enough times that I won't even entertain it. Or poor taste, as my Grammy would say. You can use that one. I love that one. As Jupiter in the North Node had the conjunction a few days ago in your 12th house of soul purpose, healing, closures, coming home. This is a Piscean run house, endings and beginning. This is where Uranus and Mercury are conjunct for this moon. This is a lot of I don't want to say irreparable fell into my head, but certain things that you say right now can't be taken back. They just can't. You just have to deal with the repercussions of those actions. So if you pop off right now, Gem, a lot of the times, whatever you say, if it's out of character, you can't take it back. You can't take it back. So I've said it before, bite your motherfucking tongue until it bleeds. Say, interesting. I see you having that song and dance. I see what's going on over there. I'm going to deal with it on my own. I'm going to time out and say, I'm going to take myself off the floor, deal with my emotions, compartmentalize them if need be, if we're in a work setting, if this is a work person. Granted, if this is a relationship that you've been trying with, you've gone to therapy with this person, you've really dealt with the things, then yes, there will become a moment where you say enough is enough. Enough is enough. And maybe it will become a moment that you feel like you have to leave the relationship, have to leave that job, have to leave all of those things. But don't give the power to the other person. is what I'm trying to say. Like, if you have a coworker, for example, that's just grinding your motherfucking gears and you pop off at them and you get fired, that sucks. But if you have that person having that reaction and you just recognize that, like, okay, this is going off enough that I can't deal with it anymore. I don't want to. That doesn't serve my highest purpose. I don't have to be around narcissistic behavior. I don't have to be around this experience to better myself and to grow. I'm going to take my beautiful light, Gemini, because you are so special, so needed. You and Sag. Like, it's just so good, Immutable. It's so good. It's so good. So good. Like, we need your light. But I think I said in the introductory video, like, don't even give them, I think it was in the Aries video, don't even give the other person your retaliation, because all they want is attention. So if you don't even say anything, if you just take yourself away and take your light away, then they're left in the dark, literally. Because this, you know, we have Jupiter in Taurus in your house of soul purpose. You have Mars in Leo in your house of communication. Venus will be going into Leo in just a few days. So, like, if you take the negative route of this gem, we'll give it both brains. If we take the low road and you pop off and you engage and you fucking get into the fight and you're just like, do the thing, it's kind of like the word addiction is popping into my head. Like, don't let the connection or the communication, don't let that become an addiction. Don't play into the lower realms. Don't play into the lower worlds. Leave them on red and just move along, or block. That's the lower road. If we participate in the negativisms, then maybe we have more work to do and maybe we have more learning to do. And that's so okie dokie that, like, everything is cyclical. Everything will come back around again. So maybe it's not time to level up. Maybe we need to stay in the to learn how to spar and fight in that capacity. But if we choose a different road, if we choose the courageous road, and we say, you know what, I'm getting off the merry-go-round. Even yelling at you, even setting a boundary with you. I've set enough boundaries with you that I can't do this anymore. I don't want to. This is an internal conversation on the courageous road. Yeah, because Venus is in our house of values, money, and access to resources right now. That's Cancer energy. It's going to be going to Leo the next, like, don't let your emotions take over. You know, don't let your inner adolescent or your inner child, how do I say? Your inner adolescent and your inner child are parts of you that will never go away, but we don't give them access to running the avatar. When you know that you are in control of the avatar and you are in control of your thoughts, words, and actions, you act out of love and courage, and you say to the other person, to the other being, like, inside, like, I love you, but I can't participate anymore. Thank you, but bye-bye. Yeah, Pluto's going to go back into your 8th house for a little bit longer. This transit's been going on since 2008. So, like, you've been in it, honey. You've been in it since 2008. Kind of look back at 2008 and what was, like, some common themes as far as, like, shared possessions, wills, contracts, all that fun stuff, because we're just going to get a little bit, it's like the final look at of addictions in that area. Because, yeah, Saturn's a heavy hitter. Saturn in Pisces and Neptune in Pisces is no fucking joke up here. Like, you are being seen. Yeah, Gem, act like the star that you are. Act like the celebrity that you are. Act like, but like in a celebrity where it's like you're a performing artist. They perform on stage. They're not constantly performing all the time in front of their fans, in front of their people, and they're not constantly engaging in the haters and saying, I have to respond back to every single fucking hater that put all the fucking hating things on me. Like, you don't. You don't have to engage. Don't even look at it. Don't even look at it. So act as if I want to say vibe alone if you need to. I know that that is very difficult. I know that that is a hard thing. How can you act as if you're surrounded by healthy people, even if you're the only healthy person at the table? But be grateful that you have healthy people at the table and only healthy people at the table. The South Node is finishing up its transit in Scorpio. It's going to be going into your house of play, romance, childlike spirits. It's really like both of your brains are giving you, like, it's like the angel and the devil is what's going on right now, is what I see. And if you choose the low road, maybe go back and watch the Leo video for last month, because that was also like a twofer, like a high road and a low road. I'll put the link below. Yeah. Yeah, you have two options, Gem, as always. If you're going to keep him in your life, if the person is meant to be in your life, amazing. Act out of your highest self. Speak, like, ask your higher self to come in and take over. But if we're acting out of our inner child and our inner adolescent, they need love and they don't feel safe. So we have to look at our inner realms. The people around us are just a reflection of how we feel about ourselves inside. So love up on yourself more and don't pop off. I think that's it for right now, Gem. We are going to be having the new moon coming up in a few weeks in your sign, in your house of self. So graciously let them go. Graciously, precious, graciously let them go. Yeah, because you're going to be seen regardless. All right. Ciao.